I couldn't believe the words that had just left her mouth. "It's funny you're jealous when I meet my ex," Sarah said, her voice light, almost teasing, as if she didn't know the storm she had just unleashed inside me. We were at a small cafe downtown, sitting across from each other with coffee cups growing cold between us. I had been nervous the entire morning because she had insisted on meeting an old friend. I had brushed it off initially, trusting her. But now, hearing her say this so casually, something inside me twisted. "Funny?" I asked, my voice sharper than I intended. "Yes," she replied, twirling a strand of her hair, eyes gleaming. "I mean, you act all calm and collected, but clearly you're not. Admit it, you're jealous." I took a deep breath, trying to steady myself. It wasn't just jealousy. It was hurt, anger, and that familiar sting of being taken for granted. "Sarah, it's not about being jealous. It's about respect. You know how I feel about you, about us. And now you're going to meet him?" She laughed softly. "He's just a friend. You're overreacting." But her words hit harder than I expected. I could see it in her eyes, the flicker of excitement, the thrill of attention she was craving. I realized then that this wasn't about him at all. It was about her testing boundaries, seeing how much she could push me before I broke. I wanted to walk out right then, storm off and never look back. But I stayed. Because deep down, part of me still loved her. And part of me needed to see what she would do next. As we drove to the meeting place, I could feel the tension thickening between us. Every red light, every pedestrian crossing, felt like a countdown to some inevitable confrontation. My thoughts raced. What if she flirts? What if she laughs at his jokes the way she used to with me years ago? When we arrived, I saw him sitting at a corner table. Mark. The guy from her past who had always seemed harmless until now. She smiled at him brightly, and in that moment my stomach dropped. She didn't see me as a partner anymore. She saw me as a spectator in her little drama. Sarah slid into the booth across from Mark, still smiling, still glowing as if the world revolved around their reunion. I stayed back, my hands gripping the edge of the table, my heart pounding. I wanted to speak, to tell her she had no right to flaunt this in front of me, but I forced myself to wait. Mark greeted her warmly, shaking her hand and laughing at some private joke I couldn't hear. Sarah leaned in, her hand brushing against his as they spoke. I could feel the tension in my chest tighten, a familiar ache of betrayal creeping in. She didn't even glance my way, and that was the final blow. I finally spoke, my voice low but firm. "Sarah, can we talk?" Her head snapped up. "Here? Now?" she asked, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Yes, here. Now. I'm done pretending I'm okay with this." Mark looked uncomfortable, sensing the storm brewing across the table. Maybe I should." "No," I said, cutting him off. "This is between her and me." Sarah's face shifted from amusement to confusion. "What are you talking about? I told you it's just a friendly catch-up. You're overreacting." I shook my head, holding back the fury. "No, Sarah. I'm not overreacting. I see how you look at him, how you light up, how you've forgotten that I'm here. It's not just jealousy, it's respect. And right now you're showing none." Her eyes softened for a moment, then hardened. "You're being dramatic again. You always blow things out of proportion." I leaned in, meeting her gaze. "Maybe. But I'm also done being ignored. If you want to meet your ex, fine. But don't act like it doesn't affect me. I'm not invisible, and I'm not going to stand by and watch you treat me like I don't matter." For a moment, silence hung over the table. Even Mark seemed unsure what to do. Sarah's lips parted, and I could see the realization dawning on her face. She hadn't expected me to confront her, hadn't expected me to set a boundary. Finally, she whispered, almost too quietly to hear, "I didn't realize. I didn't mean to make you feel this way." I exhaled slowly, tension rolling off me like a tide. "Actions speak louder than words, Sarah. If you care about us, you'll show it. Otherwise, I can't keep pretending this is okay." The drive home was quiet. Sarah didn't reach for my hand, didn't make a joke, didn't try to lighten the mood. I appreciated the silence. It was real, no games, no teasing, no deflections. When we got home, I asked her to sit with me on the couch. She hesitated, but eventually did, facing me with eyes that finally looked a little vulnerable. She began, searching for words. "I didn't realize how much I was hurting you. I thought seeing him would just be harmless, nostalgic. But I see now how wrong I was. I almost lost you." I nodded, feeling a mix of relief and lingering anger. "Sarah, I've always trusted you even when things got hard between us. But trust isn't a one-way street. I need to feel like we're partners, that my feelings matter, that I'm not competing with your past for attention." She swallowed hard, tears welling up. "You're right. I was selfish. I let excitement cloud my judgment. I didn't consider you at all. I'm sorry. I took a deep breath, letting the tension in my chest ease slightly. Apologies are a start, but I need action, Sarah. No more secret meetings, no more teasing, no more testing boundaries. If you want this to work, you need to show it consistently. Over the next few weeks, things began to shift. She stopped mentioning Mark, deleted old chats, and even suggested we spend more intentional time together. Slowly, the warmth that had cooled between us began to return. She made small gestures, texting during the day, planning dinners, holding my hand in public. One evening, as we sat together watching the sunset from our balcony, she whispered, "I was so blind. I almost threw away everything we have for nothing. You mean more to me than old memories ever could." I smiled faintly, squeezing her hand. It's not about forgetting the past, Sarah. It's about valuing the present. And right now, I feel valued. For the first time since the cafe, I believed her. Not blindly, not naively, but cautiously, knowing that actions mattered more than words. The jealousy test had nearly torn us apart, but it also reminded both of us why we had fallen in love in the first place. Sometimes, love isn't just about passion or excitement. It's about respect, boundaries, and the courage to confront mistakes. And when those things are in place, even the deepest cracks can heal.